Good evening, one and all. We're here at the Sawai Man Singh Stadium. You join us for this 2020 match between the Rajasthan Royals and Lucknow. My name is Adam Gilchrist, and back again with me today is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Thanks for the fabulous introduction. We're just about ready to get underway.
Thanks, Alison. It's time now for the toss. Let's join the pitch side to see who'll be donning the pads first. Oh, it's a loud crowd as the players make their way out. Some really strong players on both sides, capable of scoring quick runs, big hits, and the bowlers, they'll be looking to take quick wickets. The pitch, that should provide a fantastic contest. Opening ball coming up. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Does very well to quick. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Couldn't get it through the field. 4 runs added there. The Royals are 4 for none.
End of the first, not many runs off it. Good start by the bowlers.
The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the Garganash Temple end. It's a full toss and worked off the pads nicely, but well before.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Doesn't beat the infield. Pulled away, but straight to square leg.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. But it drops safely. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on length is obviously the way to go. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. They've gone up here. Thakur from the Van Vahar colony end. Drilled that one away.
Watched it closely out of the hand and hammered that slower ball away to the boundary.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Thick edge. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure. Edge, amazing delivery. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Was quick onto that in the infield. Seven runs added there. The Royals are 20 for none. Yadav, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the Garganash Temple end. Oh wow, that is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on. That'll be a dead ball. That's just flown off the middle.
Oh, there you go. A no ball. Maybe just trying a little too hard. Just need to get more control back.
Yadav will be disappointed with that previous delivery, not up to their normal standards. Cracking shot, over pitch and got what it deserved. That's 4 more.
Just lent on that. The timing was perfect and the outfield did the rest.
Two boundaries in a row. Time to focus back to line and length. Big edge. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Can't get that outside the ring field. Well, that was a struggle, getting smacked all over the park.
They're setting up the middle order to really attack the later overs.
The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the Van Vahar colony end. Cuts that off well in the infield. across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide, a square leg. Could be 4.
Starting to hit their stride. Fabulous piece of timing, and they're into the 20s.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. That's out. Caught. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It really looked like it'd be moving on to a big, big score, but not to be.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come into bat after the fall of a wicket. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg. Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over. 5 runs coming from it. The Royals are 46 for 1. Yada from the Garganash Temple end. Going with spin now. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Power and precision in that shot.
Timing on that shot was just perfect. Brilliant shot. The boundary the moment it hit the bat.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder. Bishnoi has had a pretty good over, just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
And with that, 5 fielders can now be put outside the circle.
Edge, but it drops safely. Straight to the fielder. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. misses everything. Magical shot into the vacant fine leg position, and I do not think anyone's going to stop that.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
5 runs added in that over. The Royals, 56 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish. Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Go through. It's high in the air. Fielder coming around, but it looks like we'll carry.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Ten runs added there. The Royals are 66 for 1. Big edge. The bowler looks really confident.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but it's been a good innings.
A difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to settle themselves in before facing their first ball. Brilliant. That'll take some catching.
Went after the length delivery. Got plenty of it too. Got it for 6.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. The Royals 73 for 2. Bishnoi from the Garganash Temple end.
How will the bowler respond?
Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Couldn't get it through the field. 3 runs added in that over. The Royals are 76 for 2. The right armour is coming on to bowl from the Van Vahar Colony end. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Pierced the gap wonderfully on the offside at cover.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Doesn't beat the infield. Edge, amazing delivery. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Edged, what a ball. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Things have been kept relatively quiet here. Another good over comes to an end. This bowler knows how to give the ball an almighty tweak. Let's see how they go.
Too much width and it gives a free swing of the arms through the line of the ball. It's been given the full treatment.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Whacked away. Good stop. Probably managed to prevent 4 runs. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. The Royals are 90 for 2. Markram from the Van Vaha colony end. Jeez, timed that well.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Can't afford to go too full again. It does help to switch up your deliveries, just to keep them guessing. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Not too sure what they're appealing for here. Beats the field with a great shot. And gone. Brilliant reactions to take that one. Gone. Catches win matches, and that was a beauty.
That was a very good knock in the end. I'm sure a few more runs would have been better, but this has been a good innings.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes charging out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Swept away, but finds the fielder. 7 runs added there. The Royals are 97 for 3. Wow, that's missed the lot. Over the infield with a cracking shot. Goes over the top with that shot.
Well, what a lovely shot. It flew to the boundary. That's clearly not the type of delivery to be bowling here.
Pant, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Nearly gets the edge. Singh with a great delivery there. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming off it. Both sides need to inject some life into this match. Khan, the pace bowler, coming into the attack. Great shot, pulled straight to backward square leg though. Onto that early, that could be 4.
Flashed at it, didn't time it well, but got enough to get it to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. No point chasing that one. It is racing to the boundary.
It was full, and good night. Hit it well to pick up 4.
Always difficult to focus after what happened last ball, but you just got to stay positive and believe the wicket's going to come. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Gone. Great catch. Quick reactions. And out. Oh, how did he get to that one?
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Lots of pressure coming in to bat. We'll have to wait just a little bit longer to face their first ball, though. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate? No. Terrible shot. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. Got that away nicely.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Hetmeyer taking guard, has been playing really well in recent matches, certainly needs to bring their A game today. Solid shot, that's going for 4.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
13 runs added there. The Royals are 125 for 4. Khan from the Van Vahar colony end. Marsh, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the Van Vahar colony end. Was quick onto that in the infield. Beautiful timing there off the front foot. It's racing away. The fielder out in the deep has some serious work to cut it off.
Picks up 4, a lovely shot. A pretty good ball too. They're seeing it well out there at the moment.
Just need to keep it simple. Line and length. Roundabout off stump. That'll force a mistake. Punch down the ground. Mid-off and mid-on in pursuit.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery? I wonder.
Durrell watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
playing all their shots in that over, a very expensive over.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks, along with some good running. A very good total is on the way.
Thakur coming back into the attack. Good catch, out. Super catch.
A fluent innings undone by a decent delivery. A good wicket to get at a good time.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Finds the fielder with that shot.
Well, dealt with that beautifully. Saw the short one and got out of the way. No more of those in this over.
Thakur deflates the crowd there, pulls up short, and that's going to be a dead ball. Huge shot. That's a massive shot, just incredible.
That's the start you want. Awesome shot, and it's flown over the boundary.
Tried something a bit different last delivery, and the captain shouldn't mind that too much. If they get it right, they just might get that wicket. Edge, but it drops safely. Lucknow with a strong appeal. That should be given. Gone. Catches win matches, and that was a beauty.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled, and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket. Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Big edge. Everyone's gone up. Khan coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Nice shot, but straight to gully. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Perfectly timed.
Well, you can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
Khan shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots. Just need to tighten their areas now. Great shot through the gap.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. Whacks the free hit away. The fielder coming around to cut it off, perhaps.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Plenty of wickets in hand going into this, the final over. May as well go for broke. Cuts that off well in the infield. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
Oh, didn't time that at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought. Now then, what's this? They've gone up. He didn't hear or see anything.
They may have overstepped. The captain shouldn't be disappointed by the effort, just need to adjust the run-up.
Oh, huge appeal, but it could be sneaking down leg.
Well, you sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well-timed, and 4 runs.
And that's the end of the innings. Lucknow have been set a target of 177 runs. I reckon this is a respectable total. If the bowlers can get firing and get some early wickets, this will be a difficult chase.
Here we go. Coming in for the first ball.
Dug that out well. Can't get that outside the ring field. Doesn't beat the infield. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. End of the over, 3 off it. Lucknow are 3 for none. Going with pace now.
Attack.
Deshpande from the Garganash Temple end. is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
Well, that's a waste of a delivery. Absolutely no trouble getting onto it and dispatching it for 6.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. And nicely taken catching the slips. Oh, wow. Brilliant reactions, and what a catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they went about this innings a little differently. Not too much to speak of on the scoreboard.
No, it's a long way to walk out there just to turn around and walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first run behind them and then push on.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Wow, that's missed the lot. End of the over. Luck now, 10 for 1. Timed perfectly down the pitch. Oh, but crashes into the bowler's stumps. Pretty unlucky there. They should be able to get a single out of it, though. Beats the field with a great shot. A direct hit, and this could be gone. Nice solid defensive shot. That's a stunning stop. That was going all the way otherwise. Marsh advances and throws the bat at him with absolute disdain. Cut away for 4.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Race to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Misses everything. 7 runs added in that over. Luck now, 17 for 1. Straight to the fielder. Dug that out well. Nice shot, but straight to gully.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Oh, now then, that's high in the air. Batters should get a few here.
Well, that's what you pay your entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Parag, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Couldn't get it through the field. End of the over. 8 runs coming from it. Lucknow, a 25 for 1. Archer from the Van Vahar colony end. Onto the front foot. Super shot. Should be 4.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. Was quick onto that in the infield. Smacks that away through the gap. Trouble. Nicely fielded out deep on the boundary. Over. Lucknow, 36 for 1. The right armour is coming into the attack from the Garganash Temple end. Ticking the scoreboard over really nicely at the moment. Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Nice solid defensive shot. Beats the field with a great shot. Finds the fielder with that shot. The end of another over. This time, though, some more fielding changes are coming as the power play finishes.
The Royals can now have 5 fielders outside the circle.
Tikshana coming into the attack from the Van Vahar colony end. Goes over the top with that shot. Needs a direct hit. Perfectly timed. On that nicely, good defence. Onto the front foot, super shot, should be 4. 6 runs added in the over. Luck now a 47 for 1.
It's been a bit of a battle finding some big overs, but they worked the ball around nicely.
Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. Brilliant diving stop. Great shot through the gap. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
That is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Nice shot, pierces the infield.
That races away to the boundary. Beautiful shot off the front foot. Just textbook stuff. Yeah, too wide. It was there to be hit, and it was really given the treatment.
10 runs added in that over. Luck now a 57 for 1. The right arm medium bowler is coming into the attack from the Van Vahar colony end. Nearly gets the edge. Madwa with a great delivery there. Good shot, a beauty.
What a great shot that was. Onto the front foot really quickly. No stopping that one.
The last one helped the scoring rate, making their intentions for this innings. No, terrible shot. got that away nicely. Trouble. Head over the ball. Great shot. That's racing away. Smashed all over the park. I wonder if the captain will stick with them. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Can't get that outside the ring field. Beats the field with a great shot.
Bad decision making. Thrown it to the wrong end and let the chance go begging. I think you'd be looking at another wicket for sure. Misjudged that throw and the batters survived what would have been a certain run out.
Doesn't beat the infield. 8 runs added in that over. Luck now for 77 for 1. Madwal from the Van Vahar colony end. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Well, any sign of nerves approaching the half-century can be forgotten. A brilliant shot for 6.
I didn't feel there was too much wrong with that last delivery. They just need to keep the ball in the right areas and the rewards will come. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Over the infield with a cracking shot. A direct hit and this could be gone. Drilled that one away. Flex that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Goes over the top with that shot. End of the over, a big one. 11 runs coming from it. Luck now are 88 for 1.
They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Gone, knocked him over, just too much pace there.
It's a start and out. Marsh walks off frustrated at having gotten in and now has to go.
And with that wicket, we'll see a change out in the middle. The task here will be that of support and getting themselves settled into their innings.
Bad decision making. Thrown it to the wrong end and let the chance go begging.
Needs a direct hit. Six runs out of there. Luck now, a 94 for 2.
Watched it closely out of the hand and hammered that slower ball away to the boundary.
Bardoni has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. That's great fielding. That ball was flying. Driven on the onside, but straight to mid-wicket. On that nicely, good defence. Madhawal has finished off a tidy over there. Nothing to show for it, but will be well pleased nevertheless. Sharma from the Garganash Temple end. Oh, what a great piece of fielding. 4 runs saved for sure. Late cut, straight to the fielder. misses everything. Winds up but misses. Looks like they went a bit too early on that shot. Sharma has had a pretty good over, just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket. Tikshana coming back on here. They've been bowling really well so far. Bowled! What a way to start the over.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Lovely cover drive, straight to the extra cover fielder. That was a lovely punch down the ground. It's in the gap, and there should be a few on offer here, maybe 3. Wow, that's missed the lot. The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. Cuts that off well in the infield. Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs. Madhwa has been going really well here. Comes back on from the Garganash Temple end. Great shot through the gap. That's gone. Nice simple catch. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
Yeah, big opportunity. They've worked really hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get a big score on the board. Was quick onto that in the infield. The batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. That is quite extraordinary. Bardoni, don't do it to them like that. What a shot.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed. It flew over the boundary.
End of the over, and it's a good one for the bowling side, not letting the batters build any momentum. Oh, yes. Oh, brilliant stuff. Opened the shoulder and lofted that over cover. That'll be 6 more.
Follows up the first 6 with an even better strike. Impressive hitting display at the moment.
Too good. That is huge.
Well, these are crucial deliveries. 12 from 2 balls, and maybe there's a bit of a momentum shift.
Parag, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Got that away nicely. Does very well to quickly get across to this one. Oh, that's a wondrous stroke, straight through the covers.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
That's the over, and quite possibly the match. Good bowling to put a lot of pressure on the batters. Deshpande back on now. Nearly gets the edge. Deshpande with a great delivery there.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
A direct hit, and this could be gone. Oh, nice catch. Great reactions. Beautiful take. Caught and bowled.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket, and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled. That's the big one, a maximum. Away she goes. If you lose the pictures, it's because it's hit the broadcast truck.
Too much width, really. They're only asking for that to be hammered into the stands, and that is exactly what's happened.
Hasaranga coming back into the attack has done well so far. Oh, fantastic catch. Simple as you like, the batter didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in that over.
Really getting to the tail enders now. 6th wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. No. Terrible shot. Lovely cover drive. Straight to the extra cover field. Really wound up for that. Ball seemed to come onto the bat quicker than he thought.
chasing that.
Couldn't get it through the field. There's a chance if it hits. Great over. And a good chance that's finally swung the match in their favour. It's a long way back now for the Banners. Into the final over. Just too many runs needed to get victory, I would suggest, unless the bowling goes completely awry. Oh, that's a cracking shot. That's going to be 6. It's going way back into the crowd there.
Well, that was just textbook. Finds the space and power to lift that ball over the top, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, it can be very disheartening seeing good delivery smacked around. Sometimes, though, you just got to accept it and move on.
They really need a boundary, this ball.
Caught. That's a ridiculous catch. Oh, that's just outrageous.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, so I want to show everyone their strength. Beats the cover field. Nice shot.
Well, that one's for the textbook. Stands tall on top of the bounce, and a lovely flick of the wrist at the end.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot. It sounded good. It sounded really good. That's a maximum. It's gone 12 deep into the crowd.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous. How will he reply?
Nice shot. Straight to gully.
This could have very easily gone either way. Brilliant cricket from both sides. And it's a shame there had to be a loser.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real soon.